Hello everyone, I'm Sonam Sandhu from PTE Made. And trust me guys, it's all about following the right strategy. PT आसान है. You simply need to follow the right strategy for a particular question type. And in this session, I'll tell you the right strategy for PT Describe Image question type. This is one of the tasks of PTE Speaking module, and it is actually the trickiest amongst all. I would suggest you all to practice at least 100 questions like such in order to master this task. Let's start with a question in which I'll explain you the whole format, the way you need to attempt it, and basically the way of understanding any particular image. We get an image. It can be a bar graph, line graph, pie chart. It can be any map or diagram. We simply need to look at the image and afterwards speak it up. So we get 25 seconds, actually only 25 seconds for analyzing the task. So you get to see the image and you just analyze it in 25 seconds. And later on, you have to speak for 40 seconds. It is tricky, genuinely a tricky one. It's all about practicing in this task. The more you practice, the better you become when it comes to this particular question type. Now let's look at that bar graph without wasting further time. Here we can clearly see that they are talking about deforestation in the world. And when we look at it on the x-axis, we can clearly see the years 1980, 85, 1991, 2000 and 2007. Whereas on the y-axis, we can see that they are talking about the square kilometer, as in they are explaining the area. So in 1980, around 2.5 square kilometer area was, or the forest land was, or the trees were cut down. Okay. So the trees were cut down from 2.5 square kilometer area of land. Okay. However, this whole graph, the situation kept on increasing. The rate at which deforestation was taking place increased from 1980 to 2007, and in the year 2007, it was four times the area in 1980. So we can clearly say around four times it was around 2.25, it was 8.5. So we can say around four times. Simply need to look at the task and explain the important information. So you can clearly start your answer like such. In 25 seconds, analyze it. Explain the major point, that is 2007. Okay, the highest point. Explain the lowest point, that is in 1980. Even if these two were not highest and lowest, then also we should have taken care of the beginning point and the ending year. Beginning year and the ending year. And in between, we can simply say from 1985 to 2000, the graph kept on increasing. The rate at which deforestation was taking place, or the rate at which trees were being cut down, was increasing drastically, and that too from 3.2 million to 6 million in 2000. So we have to explain only the important information. Now, how can we answer the same in 40 seconds? The given bar graph explains or represents whatever you want to say. The given bar graph represents the rate at which forests were being cleared from 1980 to 2007. In the year 1980, only 2.5 square kilometer of land was cut down, or trees were cut down, forests were cleared, whatever you wish to say. However, from 1985 to 2000, the graph kept on increasing. The rate at which trees were being cut down kept on increasing. In 1985, it was around 3.2 square kilometers. However, in 2000, it increased to 6 square kilometers. In the year 2007, it was around four times of the rate at which deforestation was taking place in 1980. That is, or that was, because it was in the past, that was 8.2 million. square kilometer. 8.2 square kilometer. So simply look at the graph and answer only the important points. Beginning point, ending point. Okay, beginning point, ending point, and in between you can simply say the rate was increasing from 1985 to 2000, where it was 6 square kilometers in the year 2000. So do not add or do not mention every single information. You simply have to speak for 40 seconds. So the first sentence should be, the given bar graph represents the rate at which deforestation was taking place across the globe from the year 1980 to 2007. It can be clearly seen that the rate at which deforestation was taking place increased drastically from 1980 to 2007, where in 2007 it was around 4 times the rate at which it happened in 1980, or the area that was cleared down was around 4 times the rate of 1980. So we can mention it like such, simply understanding the graph, and later on you can answer it the way you wish to. But in the first two lines, simply copy this format. The given bar graph represents the rate at which trees were being cut down across the globe from the year 1980 to 2007. It can be clearly seen, or it was apparent, that the rate at which trees were being cut down increased drastically from the beginning till the ending year. That's it. Later on, explain the data and the task is done. So simply follow this strategy for PTE Describe Image. If you have any other questions related to the same task, or if you want me to explain any other image, for example, a pie chart, tabular chart, do let me know in the comment section. I'll shoot a video on the same soon and I will explain you the same task in detail in the coming video. Thank you so much.